Hi friends, this is Kagi, and today we're launching a new project on my channel. This will be a series of videos about learning to ride a tour enduro, and it's a selfish goal because I'll be learning together with you. Here's the idea. We'll take some tutorials from YouTube for hard enduro and light enduro and try to apply them to the elephant. Well, what do I mean by elephant? A mid-displacement tour enduro. I don't know if it'll work or not. I'll try to release these every week, around Friday or Thursday, closer to the end of the week, so you'll have time to try practicing them over the weekend. And so every week we'll try new exercises. We'll start, as usual, with some basic stuff that hardly anyone practices, but which is really useful. And if you also want to practice along with us, here is my Telegram channel via this QR code, which will be dedicated specifically to this. So there we'll be hanging out together, watching your... It's burgundy. If you record yourself from the side, I'll be sharing some useful materials. And of course, during filming, all the freshest updates will be posted there in the form of stories, posts, and so on, while on YouTube, they'll appear over the course of the week. If you want to know what the next video will be, you can check it out specifically on Telegram. It won't be a very big channel, so I understand that my audience there isn't very large, especially since it's about touring and adventure. This whole thing isn't popular or interesting to everyone, but personally, I'm into it right now, and I hope you'll find it interesting too. And today we'll start with a basic balance exercise that I saw from a guy known as IRC and TR guy. Maybe if you're into hard enduro or enduro, you know this guy. He's riding a beta now, if I remember correctly. And the exercise is about maintaining your balance while standing. On light pit bikes, it's actually not that hard. Of course, it's hard to hold it for a long time, but for a short period, even for about 10 seconds, it's really not that difficult. Let's try to implement this exercise on a big bike like this one. There are a few key points you need to know to do this exercise correctly. First of all, if you're a beginner, you should start on a small hill. Like here, I have a slight slope. Second, you need to dig a small hole in front of the front wheel so it can rest against it, giving you more contact area for the front wheel. And third, though it's not the most important, in fact, there are even 4 points. Third, which isn't the most crucial, is to lean forward, engage the front brake, and load the front suspension. And finally, something that's also very important and that people sometimes neglect when doing this exercise. You shouldn't jump onto the foot peg, but rather rise up onto it, meaning you should engage your quadriceps, if that's the right muscle, I can't quite remember, and lift yourself up, not jump as many people do, because when you jump, you lose stability. Let's get started. A pit like this should work for us. Just so you know, I haven't done this exercise before, so I have no idea if I'll manage to do anything at all. But we start with a pit, then use a smaller pit, then an even smaller one, and finally we do it on a flat surface. Let's give it a good try. Let's really try it out. I don't know, perhaps I should carefully lower the side mirrors. Alright, I need to make sure nothing gets in the way here for this. So first we need to lower the front end into the pit. Okay, we've lowered the front end. Now we need to turn it so it braces itself and we have a point of support. I'm not sure if I'll remove the kickstand because I have a feeling it might save the moped from falling over. Well, let's give it a try. Basically the idea is that now we slowly stand up, squeeze the front brake and put some load on the front suspension. If the bike starts to fall to the right, we make small steering corrections, just very slight ones. Now I need to make sure it rotates easily here. You need to turn the handlebars all the way and then just a little bit back. So there's still some room to maneuver to the left, just a bit. And you need to slowly and very carefully stand up. Well, let's certainly try it right now indeed. All right then.
Yeah.
The dip really helps, I can really feel it. There, I leaned forward, I'm standing. That's it, balance. There we go. I'm correcting with the handlebars. A bit more with the handlebars. Oh, I'm already on the kickstand here. Sorry. Well, yeah, basically it's working out little by little. Now I'll put the kickstand up so I can adjust properly because it's really leaning on the kickstand. At the end, it hit the ground when I pulled to the left. Phew, let's try this challenging endeavor again. The absolute hardest and most crucial part of this entire process is truly standing up, not merely jumping onto the board, but actually achieving a stable, upright position from the water. You absolutely must meticulously catch some initial precarious balance as you rise, and it's incredibly important to keep your knees widely separated for maximum stability. Furthermore, when you engage in conversation or talk to others, you inevitably get significantly distracted from the delicate task at hand, making it even more difficult to maintain your focus and balance. Yeah, you need to keep your knees wide because that's how you balance left and right. With a big bump, honestly, it's not that hard. So yeah, that's obvious. I'm doing this for the first time. Naturally, it won't turn out perfectly for me because when you do something for the first time, it won't be perfect. Unless your ultimate goal is just to get completely wasted. All right, let's try this again. It really is indeed very, very hard to stand up without making it wobble quite a little bit, you know? Ah, that wasn't enough. The twist. Not enough twist in the opposite direction. Here, the tilt is actually just a little bit like this. So you need to lean a bit more to the right to compensate for it. I jumped on. This time I jumped on, and that's why it went badly. Ah no, I definitely won't last even just a single minute. I need to practice. Very few people train this exercise, but it's actually useful for feeling the balance of the motorcycle. How does your weight work? Phew, sorry, I'm out of breath. It's 32 or 33 degrees outside right now. I'm jumping on. Yeah, it's tough. It seems like a simple exercise. But no, it actually takes a lot of energy. Now I'm going to try again. Also, I'll try to set the handlebars from the other side. That is not to get on from the left foot, but from the right. That's not the easiest thing either. As you can see, my sense of balance is pretty much non-existent. I'm not doing a good job compensating with my body. I need to learn. But now I'm really pushing it. That was basically a jump just now. Now let's try the other way. And I'm already getting up, moving forward with a steady pace. There's also a noticeable slope here, as I previously mentioned, which presents a bit of a challenge. Because of this incline, I definitely need to be a little more careful and attentive to my surroundings as I continue on this path. Let's try from the other side. Not sure it'll help. By the way, my tires are really overinflated. Actually, I should let some air out to make it better. That way there would be more grip, a bigger contact patch. Let's try to the right. But honestly, I don't have high hopes either. Any major ones anyway. Let's move what's underfoot so it doesn't get in the way.
It's much harder to the right. Damn, it really is harder.
I'm already sweating like crazy, I really am. That's a good cardio workout for the morning. It's tough. It's tough, folks. So I'm taking a little break. Just need to rest a bit now. I'll try again on a flatter surface. But this exercise is kind of... I'll share my conclusions at the end. And of course, we're here to learn, not to get everything right on the first try. So you'll understand. That's it. For you, it'll be just a moment. For me, I probably need about 5 minutes to catch my breath. I'm tired. Let's try to the left one more time. We are counting from 6, then moving to 7, followed by 8, subsequently 9, and then reaching 10. After that, we proceed to 11, continuing with 12, next is 13, then 14, and finally 15. We then count 16, 17, 18, 19, and ultimately arrive at the number 20. 2 seconds. Well, that's my record. All right, let's put it under the leg, and let's rest a little bit. See, it's starting to work out. You just need to repeat it many times. Let's rest. Now let's try on a slightly straighter one, once. But I'm pretty sure nothing will work out today, because you need experience. And that's exactly what this week is for. Actually, the principle is roughly like this. I'm filming the first episode for you right now. Be sure to check out the Telegram channel. Subscribe, post your own videos there, upload them. But I do this at the end of the week. All week we practice. And at the beginning of the next video, I'll show you what I managed to achieve in a week. If I didn't manage to do anything, I'll say it straight out. Nothing worked out at all. I'm a hopeless creature, I can't do anything. But you saw, when I started, I couldn't do it at all. Now I managed 20 seconds. Of course, it's easier with the pit. But there's a whole week. Actually, you need to train this thing constantly. Let's try to achieve something in a week. Now I'll take a break. I'll try it on a more or less flat surface. Let's see how much harder it is there. And also, I really need to let some air out next time I try. Because when it's pumped up too much, it's just, you know. And mine is really pumped up. It's 2.5 in the front, 2.7 in the back. When I'm riding off-road, I usually go with like 1.9, 1.8, and 1.2, 1.4. So there's almost a twofold difference in the rear tire. All right, let's rest and try again. Whew, if only you knew how much I was sweating. I drank a little water. Oh, I'm literally dripping with sweat. My t-shirt is almost completely soaked. Sorry, there might have been a bit of audio overlap at the end. My recorder has a gain knob that sometimes gets turned when it's in the bag. This happens all the time. Sometimes constantly, yeah. I really need to figure something out about it. I'll try again on the bump and then roll just a little bit forward. There's no bump there anymore. Let's see what happens on a flat surface. All right, let's move it under the foot. Mobility is really important here. Right here, you don't want to get locked up, so you can react quickly. And honestly, you have to use your body. I mean, I really don't use my body enough. I can feel it. By the way, if anyone knows something about this, please write in the comments, share your advice. All right, let's go. One, two, three, four, 5. 5 seconds, but the start was good. You know, in your head, of course, you get distracted. At least for me, seeing the front wheel through the glass helps. That means I have already leaned forward sufficiently enough, indeed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Let's try that again. I don't know if you can see it or not. My eyebrows are already sweating. All right, let's try one last time and do it on a flat surface. A more even one. It definitely won't work there, but I'm just curious. One. Oh, damn it. Didn't turn enough. Didn't get close enough. Phew, guys, let's try it straight and call it a day. It's really hot. I'm tired. And honestly, pushing myself like this won't get me any closer to my goal. I just need to methodically repeat this many times. All right, let's do it. But we're going for it. I don't know how the camera will see it because... That's it, we're out of the pit. There, yes, now it's free. That's it. I'll turn off the light so it doesn't blind the camera. Let's give it a try. I'm sure this is going to be much harder. Sorry for being out of breath. I'm tired. Well, am I even human? Half human, half monkey. Let's try it. Again, right up close. Move just a little away from the starting position and try to catch the balance. Yeah, it's more sensitive now. Oh, that's wrong. Completely. That was actually pretty long for me. Well, on a flat surface. All right, guys, I'm about to get out of breath. I won't be able to talk at all. I hope you enjoyed this story. I'm tired. It's just insane. I didn't even do anything. I went up and down for 40 minutes in the heat and now I'm done. All right, I won't wait until I catch my breath. I'll say it now. Sorry for being out of breath. Maybe. My verdict, maybe. Yeah, quite possible. You just need to practice and you'll get it. There's nothing super difficult about it. You need to feel the balance, feel the weight of the motorcycle, and most importantly, don't be shy. Work with your hips, your knees, and try to compensate for it. By the way, this will really help with wheelies and with all sorts of technical riding over logs, like riding straight over a log or something like that. I'm tired, my tongue is getting twisted. There will be a new video next week. I'll try to release it on Thursday or Friday too, so you'll have time to practice over the weekend. And for this same video, I'll probably attach a try once I manage to do it. Or if none of the balance tries work out, I'll just tell you, sorry guys, I couldn't do it. I need more time. As you saw, the maximum was probably about 20 seconds. The first few times there were a lot, but honestly, I'm not sure I wasn't standing on the footrest because there's a slope here. So, well, basically, I'm not sure. So let's not count those. So 20 seconds is my limit for now. And that's in a dip. Not in a dip. See, I can't even stand for 10 seconds yet. Don't forget about the Telegram channel. The QR code is here and the link is in the description. Go check it out and post your own videos. We'll watch together, see what mistakes you make, try to improve and make the hard-at-adventure movement great again, as one of the old-timers would say. Well, this was Kagi with you, a very hot keeper. How much is it? 35. Bye-bye, take care, keep training.